Over on the Blake 7 in Character podcast, we're in the middle of a 2-week discussion on the Blake 7 episode Star 1. And quite a bit of it has been given over to this ship, the unmanned ore carrier that you see at the beginning of the story, and just what kit parts are used in the model's construction when it was built by Mat Irvine at the BBC. And in part 1 of the podcast, I was saying about how I built a studio scale recreation, and we went into some, as I say, in some details about the details, just what model parts were used. So I thought I'd do this. Oh, there we are. There's the reveal. I thought I would do a quick look at my one of these. So here it is. This is my version of the unmanned ore carrier. I got a lot of all my information from looking at stills on the internet, screen grabs, but mostly from the Eagle Transporter forum, which is full of very, very knowledgeable guys, very knowledgeable about models and model part used in film and TV shows, and particularly a guy by the name of Phil Stevens, who I'm very much indebted to. He put me onto a lot of the unknown parts, well, at least then unknown to me. So yeah, I thought I'd do this little video just to show some of the bits used. So if we go at the beginning, right at the front, this, some of you may notice, is one of the prongs off of Luke's X-Wing fighter. Got to remember that this model was built in the late 70s, and you could go out to Woolworths or anywhere to the toy shop and you could buy model kits very easily, very readily and very cheaply. This recreation was not a cheap build. So here we've got a bit of the X-Wing. I made this quite a few years ago, so I'm a bit unsure now as to just... I know what parts are, but I can't give you part names. This is a fuel tank from a truck kit. These two pieces here are, I think, from the same truck kit. The balls, either side, nobody's quite sure what they are. Most probably they're EMA balls, but I use Christmas baubles. Nobody's really sure about this bit, but I just used a bit of Plastruck tubing. Here, the R2-D2 halves from the X-Wing kit are stuck on. The central part is a external ladder plus cage from EMA. This little thing here on the side, EMA. This little thing here you may recognise is the FX Lunar module kit, one of the struts from that. And very apparent what these are. This is the external fuel tank from the space shuttle kit. You needed to buy 2 of the kits, but I did this quite a few years ago and they didn't go up in price as much. They have now. These are halves from a truck, 1/24th truck kit. Luke's X-Wing comes back again for this part, which is sitting on top of another part from the X-Wing engine area. These dome things are EMA. Nobody's quite sure what this is, and I think what I did here, I used an old pill bottle and then put a hemisphere on the top. Very evident that that is a Saturn V engine bell. On the end of the fuel tanks, these bits are from the MPC R2-D2 kit, and if I flip him over, we've got some Dapol girder bridge parts there. This is a bit unknown. We've got a landing gear from Luke's X-Wing as well. The other bits are still unknown, so I've just done an approximation on the bottom. There's the lunar module thing again. So there we are. As I say, this was just put up just rather than go on the Facebook page of the Blake 7 in Character podcast and put the photos there. I thought it'd be nice to just put it on YouTube because it's better to see something close up rather than just still images. So there you go. This is for anybody who's interested, and especially for the listener of the Blake 7 in Character podcast. If you don't know what the Blake 7 in Character podcast is, on the box just below here, I'll put a link. It's available on iTunes and from Neozaz. And as I say, I'll put a link on. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching.